Hello, 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 and welcome on in. This is the Prospect eRacing League. This is round 4. This is tier 3. We're here at Japan this week, and tonight in the commentary box, I'm joined by my main man Justin. How you doing, my man?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? How you doing? Fluff, good to be in the comms box once again.
Oh, it's glorious, glorious! It's glorious to be in the commentary box with you, my man. It's the first time I've been in the commentary box with you, and I've been looking forward to this tonight, my man. We've got the sun shining, the weather's looking fantastic. Not a cloud in the sky at the minute. Not a cloud in the sky.
Beautiful scenes here at the Japanese Grand Prix at the Suzuka circuit, and this is going to be a very tough one here today to see who's going to come out on top. Of course, Yamo is going to be serving a quali ban here today. But let's see if they can make it back up in the Grand Prix.
Well, let's see. That's unfortunate. He has picked up a quali ban. But, yeah, it's going to be a very testing one for the drivers here tonight. As we've seen the past 2 nights here at the Prospects Racing League, that Suzuka has definitely thrown up a challenge to some of these drivers. I mean, Tier 1, it claimed a lot of big names. A lot of big names. It took no prisoners, my man.
Oh, honestly, and that's the one thing about the Suzuka circuit, because when it comes to Formula 1, you already know that, like, curbs is not your best friend. But Suzuka just reinforces that statement, especially with Sector 1 with those quick lefts and rights. It can mess you up horrendously.
Oh, by far, like, this track is renowned for being so fast, and Sector 1 is the trickiest section of this track. Like, it's definitely thrown up a few issues back in the day. I remember watching. Wait there, hold up. It was that long ago, mate. It was that long ago. I've got to jog my old memory.
He's gonna go through the filing cabinet in his brain. Okay, 2000s, 1900s.
I'm trying to think. I think it might have been Nigel Mansell back in the day. He was pushing it down into the entrance of turn 1, that double apex right-hander, when he was pushing to catch Senna, and he threw away his championship back in '91.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I actually wasn't really into Formula 1 at that time. Like, I've only been into Formula 1 for probably about half a year now. So I'm just starting to get into this type of thing. And Formula 1, I mean, my father used to be into it a lot, and this, like, Formula 1 is just an exceptional sport, especially with the game. And the funniest thing is about the game is the only reason I got into Formula 1. As we actually do see Kevo spin around Sector 1 as he has retired on track.
Kevo has binned it in Sector 1 on the first flying lap. He was pushing to bring that noise, lay that benchmark down, and he's absolutely binned it. That's all she wrote for Kevo in quali at the minute. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, if you actually go on page, you can actually see the damage. And there's actually 2 cars. There's an AlphaTauri there as well in Spectrum, taking 2 prisoners on turn 3.
Oh, I thought Mason was getting a little loosey-goosey as he's caught a little bit of curb on the exit out of the casino triangle. The final chicane section here at Suzuka.
Yeah, and that's the only thing, though, about that Suzuka Sector 1. For me, I love it because when I'm on different games, I'm able to use drift cars on those. But in Formula 1, it is an absolute hassle just trying to get the traction down on the concrete with those rubbers. And plus, it's not just the curves, but it's also the tire temperatures that the drivers have to be aware of. And it will definitely mess up the tire wear and also your racing line, and you'll be flying off, as we did see with Kevo and Spectre.
Oh, you know this. The first sector is so unforgiving. That first double apex right-hander, she's so fast. You're flat out on the entrance onto that, and it tightens up as you go through onto the exit. And then you've got to negotiate the S curves 4 through 5 through 6. I mean, they're tough enough, and then you've got to hook the Dunlop curve correctly. It encourages you to clip the curves a little bit, but we know that if you ride those curves a little bit too much, it's gonna hook you, and that's gonna be all she wrote for you.
Yeah, and the one thing about the Suzuka circuit as well is that if you go beyond the curb, that's grass, that's gravel, that's sand, so you're gonna get all of that dirt and sand in those rubbers. So, and especially if you do it like around turn 3 or turn 4 and you get that dirt, you're going to be so slow around the rest of Sector 1, and it's just going to ruin your quali lap. And that's the only thing as well. Just stick on the concrete, stick to the black stuff, and you will be perfectly fine. But as for the big names in Tier 1, and also for Kivo and Spectruve, they will be out. And hopefully they can try and resurrect themselves in the Grand Prix, which we do have a 50% race, as always, and I'm very excited to see this.
Me too. Me too. Off the back of the races I've seen here at the Prospects at Racing League, my man, it's definitely going to be a spicy one. I mean, if you look at the times already, you got a Hollywood player who's currently leading the pack at the minute on a 1:30.745. And then you got to Silver in P2 on a 1:30.873. I mean, it's tight. It's tight all across the board, which is what we see here in every single tier at the Prospects.
Yes, every single tier just giving us commentators a show that just makes this job one easier and just more enjoyable. And plus for the fans at home, watching from home, just watching their friends from the different tiers as well. But I'm actually looking at this. We actually have another spin, and Gasmore Pam, around the beginning of Sector 2, under the bridge, he actually spun, and he lost his whole entire front wing. So they're going to have to go into the pit lane and change that front wing, get the crewmate busy, because
he needs to
get back out there quick.
For sure. It's still kind of early doors here. It's still early doors. We're still looking at about 11 minutes and a few seconds of quali. It's still all to play for.
Yeah, and it's getting very, very spicy in Tier 3. So far, we actually have half of the grid being able to put in valid times, with 2 people being crashed out, 1 person serving a quali ban, just saying that for the people that are just coming in right now. But do you think that I think it's going to be very close between Hollywood and Ted Silva. If them two are going to really go at it and put out times like that consecutively, they're going to be the main battle that we see here today.
It is. I mean, yesterday we seen Captain Jack lead from the front. I mean, he took he took the pole in quali, and he led the whole race and won the race. It's going to be tough here for the boys tonight as well, because in the race you want to, in quali you will definitely want to be laying down as much pressure as you can, because it's tough to pass here at Suzuka. So, like, for me as well, like, there's still so many runners. We're looking at just around half the grid still to lay down a time. I'm riding on board with Polowski, who's trying to set a lap here. He's just coming round the spoon curve, coming down through 130R. Let's see what he's going to be bringing.
Oh, they better be bringing in a good show for us, and potentially a good show for themselves, to prove themselves to be to show that they can be a big name in Tier 3 and Prospects eRacing League.
Oh, for sure, but don't ever get it twisted. These boys are names, like they're big hitters all across the board here at Prospects. Polowski's just slotted himself in the P3 with a 1:30.899, so that's a valiant effort by him. He's literally a couple of hundreds offered to Silver at the minute.
Yeah, so only needs to just go a little bit closer to that and actually we have another crash. If you look, we actually just saw Light Sesso on the same turn 3, taking out 3 drivers so far here today at Suzuka Circuit.
Ooh, it's claiming its victims already in the early stages of quali. It's definitely going to be a tricky one for these boys and girls here tonight.
It's like that turn is possessed, just reaching out and just grabbing those cars and pulling them into the wall. And we just have to wait and see who is going to break that hold of that car just being swung and that momentum going straight into the wall. But so far, Hollywood has actually improved this time with a 1:30.109. So improving their time by around 6/10. So an extraordinary lap from Hollywood.
That is exceptional.
So
that's exceptional, and it's going to be tough for De Silva and the boys to fill that gap, because even getting a couple of tenths is tough enough in one lap, let alone over half a second. I mean, my eyes have been drawn to Lucifer, who's out on a flight lap. He's sat in P14 at the minute, hasn't set a lap. He's looking very neat. He's looking very good in that Mercedes tonight.
Well, we'll have to see, because as it stands, as always, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And let's see if Lucifer can finish this quali lap
Oh,
with a
purple sector
banger.
2. Purple sector 2.
Well,
Oh,
let's
he's
see. I actually
negotiating
just
the
checked the
casino
time. Start.
triangle very nicely. He didn't get loose at all. He's held
See.
that very well. Is he going to get up there? Oh, he's taken P1 with a 130.035. I'd take my hat off to you, my man. What a valiant effort by that man there.
If I would have to take off a hat, then that'll probably be my hair. So I'll take off my wig real quick and see if that manages as good as a hat. But Lucifer, well done, my man, getting pole position by just over 7/10. Not 700ths, actually, I should say. So even closer margins. 700ths of a second. And now you're seeing Hollywood come out of the pit lane to start their outlap. Let's see if they can retake pole position.
He's going to be coming out swinging. There's around 7 minutes, 25 seconds left of this quali session. My eyes have been drawn down to the voice of Chris, who's out on the flying lap. He's still yet to set one.
Well, let's see if they can do it. Currently entering around the long right-hander to the wide hairpin at the end of the left side of the track in the middle of sector 2. Currently actually doing a pretty good lap. Could see them in the top 10, potentially in the top 5 if they bang out this final sector.
Oh, for sure. He definitely took the spoon curve very nicely there. I mean, it's very good. It's very easy to gain momentum through that double chicane left-hander there. If you're able to line yourself up correctly, you can take that corner as one. But he's negotiated the final chicane here very beautifully. He's coming up to start-finish line. He's put himself into P14 with that of a 131.600.
Oh!
Monster!
Look at that! Breaking the 129-second barrier comes Monster. Just out of nowhere.
I don't know about Monster, but Monster definitely springs to my head. That was a monstrous lap here in Tier 3.
That is extraordinary. Having their teammate Light Sasso spinning out on that dreaded turn 3 is going to be having so far the provisional pole position in the Aston Martin. Well done, as this track is a very tough beast to tame, as I would know myself because I participated in that Tier 1 race.
Oh, it is beastie. It is beastie. Oh, Hollywood sent himself around. I was watching it. My eyes were firmly fixed on him as he was out on the flyer trying to claim that pole position back. And he sent it. He sent it coming up to the Dunlop curb. He's clipped a bit of gravel. He hasn't hit a wall. He's still in there. He hasn't caught any damage, fortunately. So he's going to be able to get back out there and try again.
Yep, and let's just see if they can do the job. But actually, Ted Silva was in second so far earlier on in this qualifying, has now moved down to 6th, as Pandaman Gaming and Pello? How would you say their name?
I call him Pelowski.
Pelowski?
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. Yeah, I'll probably say that as well. If they're okay with you saying that, then I'll say it. Why not? But Pelowski actually waiting for their teammate, a voice of Chris, to enter the pit lane.
Yeah, I mean, I was keeping my eyes firmly fixed on Pandaman Gaming and Pelowski. I mean, they looked like they was going to be going out on flyers, but they seem to have parked it up for a minute, probably reassessing the situation, seeing whether they want to go out on mediums. I mean, I'm surprised I haven't really seen that many medium runners here tonight. They're all out on the softs, trying to lay down all kinds of noise here tonight.
Actually, except for Craigie. Craigie was the only one to actually set a lap time on the mediums, and currently having 9th place. But I do have to say this one thing. 10th and 11th place is separated by 1,000th of a second. So those two could be going at each other as well, as I believe Paige Baguette of RL Baguette, I actually know them from the RL League, but Baguette, I believe she is making her debut in Tier 3 from coming down from Tier 2, I believe.
She is indeed, and she is a force to be reckoned with herself, mate.
Oh, I would know, she is a fighter and a warrior. No matter what league she comes in. I actually but was about to say Shield for some reason, but
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, what I have
She only needs
noticed
to
with
go 1,000th, and she'll be in the top 10.
exactly, it's that minor between these guys here. Craigie's pulled himself up into P6, but like I was about to say about Baguette, I've watched her here at Prospect. She's improved. She's very consistent, and that consistency pays off.
I'm sorry, go on Hollywood real quick into Sector 3. He is currently 2/10 up. Could be getting pole position here, coming around the final corner. Downhill right-hander. The Ferrari car is going to messed up the final sector, losing all of that 2/10.
It was so close. It was so close there. Ooh, I'm going to keep my eyes on him because I think he's going straight back out to push it now. He knows he can do it. He knows he's got it in him to take that off Monster.
Well, let's see if they do as they tame Sector 1 like before. Hits the curb a little bit, but is able to control the Ferrari car. Or actually, no, they're actually backing out a little bit. They're going to be recharging the ERS. And we're going to be starting up on the next lap as we have 2 minutes left in the short qualifying session to start the Grand Prix.
Oh, shut the front door. Hold the press, everybody. Lucifer Sahid, he's out on a flying lap and he is improving as he's coming through Sector 2. He's hitting the spoon curve here in this lovely figure of 8 track here at Suzuka. Chat, welcome on in, guys. What's the story? What are your predictions on the result of qualifying here tonight? It's gonna be tight. These guys are pushing hard. The gloves are already thrown off before the race.
Oh, and there goes Ted Silva retiring in the pit lane, happy with their time of a 1:30.873. But now Lucifer is entering Sector 3, and let's see if they can improve their time.
Oh, Lucifer's coming around the casino triangle here. That very tricky, tight chicane at the end of this circuit. Is he going to improve? Oh, he didn't, unfortunately, but looks like he's going to be staying out there for another bite at that apple. There is roughly a minute left of quali. The clock is winding down here. It's last chance saloon for some of these guys.
Oh, and we have another spinner on the track, a McLaren at the end of turn 5 and 6. Pilowski messing up their lap, and that's going to be qualifying finish for them, as they do have a Mercedes catching up on the rear.
I mean, it is. These guys are pushing it way beyond the limits. These guys are very talented, and as you can see, this track is tricky. As well as you see in your race, it claimed many people. Many people.
It almost claimed me a few times. I got saved by the safety car 3 times in that race.
You wasn't involved in that last corner on the last lap madness, was you?
No, actually, I was actually. So basically, I was in between the 2 people that got into that incident. So I was blocking, I forget what his name was, but I was blocking someone coming into that hairpin, and he just made a dive bomb and actually spun a Mercedes around.
Oh, yes, I remember you reserved. You reserved that.
I reserved,
Mate, I'm so glad I've got you in the box with me. I was a big fan of your efforts that night for reserving. You proved that you've got the mettle to compete with the big boys.
Oh, Lucifer, around the final corner on the straight.
Oh!
He invalidated on the penultimate corner, was trying to go into the pit lane, but there was a Haas blocking him, and he just lost control of his car, going straight to the left, into the wall, and now his car is in the middle of the track, so drivers beware, as if you're finishing your qualifying lap, you will have a crashed out Mercedes on that final corner.
Ooh, so I'm just flicking my eyes down the grid at the minute. There's not really many people improving. It looks like they're calling it a day here. Let's flick down the Gasmore Pam. Gasmore Pam is nearly half a second up on his time as he's entering the final corner. Coming down that start-finish straight. He's put himself in the P7. What a last-ditch effort by Gasmore Pam there. Chucks himself in the P7 with a 1:30.638.
and right next to their Red Bull teammate of Craigie. So now the Red Bulls will be side by side on the starting line. So that could be very, very, actually a very good way to do like a pitch strategy. Probably
For
help
sure.
them out a little bit.
It's definitely going to help them out at the start of the race. That's if they don't get involved into any turn one madness here. She's fast and loose here at Suzuka, the turn one. So it looks like
that's going to be qualifying. Yeah, that's going to be qualifying over.
Yeah, it looks like we're locked in here for qualifying. So we've got Mornstar leading the way in pole position with a 129.993. What a monstrous lap there by that man. They're followed up in P2 is Lucifer. P3 is Hollywood. P4 is Pandaman Gaming. P5 is Polowski. P6 is Craigie's. P7 is Gasmore Pam. P8 is Voice of Chris. P9 is AS Natty. And P10 is To Silver. And that wraps up the top 10 here of Quali in round 4, tier 3 of the Prospects eRacing League. So, Justin, that's a really interesting quali session. It's definitely lining up to be a very, very interesting race here. I mean, it's going to be close to call. I would not like to call this one, as I don't like to call any of them here at the Prospects League. It's literally anybody's race to win here.
Oh, hands down. But from when I do commentary in my other leagues, I always go with someone just to see if I get it correct. But I'm gonna say I think Hollywood could potentially do a pretty good race here. But yeah. But if you actually look on the gap, from 1st to 12th is within a second time. So these drivers are really close when it comes to the skill level. So it's going to be very, very close here at Suzuka. But the dreaded Sector 1, as that's how we're going to start this Grand Prix, who's going to be the first one being taken out?
Ooh, I wouldn't like to hazard a guess. You know there's going to be a few cars going side by side through the first couple of turns. Oh, it's a wet race! It's a wet race, everybody! Oh, now we're being treated. We're being treated up here in the commentary box. I know it's nice to drive for us up here, but it's gonna be double tricky out here now. It's gonna be double tricky. I was about to say you don't want to be side by side going through the first sectors here in the drive.
Yeah, but I think that's the one thing that's actually a very good positive about our job. We're nice and dry, we're inside, and we have the best view wherever on the track. So if you guys want to see if there's anything happening on the track, we are the ones to do it. But it looks like we are about to start off with the formation lap.
I've got a smile on my face anticipating this one. It's gonna be extra spicy, mate. It is gonna be extra spicy here tonight, mate. Wow.
Yeah, and there was actually one thing I do gotta say that I saw in the chat previously. The person that is starting at the back of the grid, Spectriv. Oh, what in the world just happened there? Kivo? Was that Kivo? No, that was Mason. Mason trying to test out the start off on those intermediate tires and just instantly going into the wall on the left side. So it looks like they might not be looking forward to this, because with the wet weather, especially at Suzuka, it is the worst. Actually, probably Monaco is the worst combination, but Suzuka is a hard, close second. So this is going to put off a great show, and I hope these drivers did their practice in the wet weather.
Oh, I hope so. I like it when the weather comes to us and we get a little bit of wet on track. I mean, it definitely brings that. It definitely shows who the better drivers are. The drivers seem to turn up in the wet. I mean, it's not favoured by everybody, but the big drivers love it. The big drivers love it.
Oh, definitely, because it brings in a whole other spectrum. Oh, hold on.
So, guys, I'm just going to give you a little history lesson here while we're... we've got a Mercedes round on the formation lap. That is the Mercedes of Villeneuve. He seems to have sent himself around there. I'm going to give you this little history lesson because I said I was going to give it to you guys. I mean, if you remember way back in the day, all the way back to 1988, this is where Senna won his first title in the McLaren, all the way back in 88 at Suzuka. I mean, that man that man actually achieved great things in his career. So the top pack are coming up to the starting grid. They're getting into position to get this race underway here tonight. And I don't know about you guys in chat, but I am definitely looking forward to this one.
I just got back. Sorry about that. My mother just got back home. But you know how excited I am for this race? I already got my snacks, baby. This is going to be like a show for us here today.
Hey, I'm not even in my seat for the start of this one. I've jumped back to Hollywood because I like to be in the mix at the restart. At the start of the race. I'm getting excited. I can't contain myself. My words are getting all mixed up.
Oh, honestly. Honestly, I'm like, we're sometimes hyperventilating in the comms box, just seeing, because we can just project, we can just imagine what this is going to be like, but the time has come to where our imagination and our predictions is going to go out the window, because we're about to start the Suzuka Grand Prix with
the
1,
lights.
2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, the engines are roaring, the crowd is cheering, and away we are for the Japanese Grand Prix Suzuka circuit.
Oh, this is a great race. They're taking it easy on the pull-off. Oh, looks like Panda Man Gaming's got off to a really good start. He was right up the back of Hollywood for a moment there, but he decided to back out. He's got the inside line into the first turns there. He's going side by side with Polonsky. He's made the move. He's holding firm. What a start by Panda Man. Monsters unfortunately dropped down to P3, which puts Lucifer up into P1, Hollywood into P2. And Lucifer's starting to pull away a little bit. So's Hollywood. Kevo's making a little climb up there. He's gained the position on his teammate Mason.
But it looks like the team that did not have a good start at all is actually the Haas drivers, with Baguette and Artistic Genius not really being a genius here today so far from that start. But hopefully they can bring it back. But Monster, after having a monster qualifying, did not really have a monster. Oh!
Gasmon Pam is out the race. He's got very loosey-goosey on the exit there. He went onto the grass. I've seen polystyrene flying everywhere.
That is so unfortunate to see, and not even completing one lap, so it looks like...
It's a virtual safety car. It's a virtual safety car, guys. We're not even through the first lap here. This is lap 1 of 27.
Well, hey, good thing I got my snacks then, because this is just going to keep me just intrigued. I'm probably not even going to eat my snacks because I'm so excited about this race. Just look at this. Wet weather, Suzuka, you already have someone crashed out, you have positions moved all over the place. What more could you ask for Prospects eRacing League?
I mean, it's like this every week. This is why I love coming here every week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the beginning of my week is so amazing. It brings a smile to my face.
Honestly, and plus it's even like especially later for you, and it's around 10:30 at night. So I'm pretty sure your neighbors are going to be hating you, but it doesn't matter because we're enjoying ourselves here at Prospects eRacing League.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I'm the fluff. I have no rules.
There you go.
But so we got the race underway. Looks like Hollywood was definitely not napping. I think Lucifer was hoping for him to be napping under that virtual safety car, but we're getting it underway. I think they've just gone through Degner. They're coming up to the spoon curve here. He's negotiating it nicely. He's not trying to push too hard. Oh, that was nicely negotiated there by Hollywood.
So Hollywood having a very good start here, and you're actually ready to see the battles all over the field. So far we have a 6-way battle for that first place position, and we have a 4th-way battle for 7th. Like there's battles all over the field here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going off left, right, and center, my man.
And you just gotta love this. But do you think that it could be a dry race after, as we see Lucifer go wide on the long straight of Sector 3?
Yeah, it looked like Monster caught that wide line as well, but they held it well. These guys are very talented. Don't ever get it twisted because you think it's Tier 3. This is Tier 3 of exceptional standards.
Well, it doesn't even matter which tier you're in. It's Prospects eRacing League. Everyone here
right,
has
I'm flicking back down to
Romeos.
They got all kinds of skills. And it looks like Jamo's having a look at, or he was having a look at Kevo. He was all over him going down that back straight. He's having a little sniff through that first double apex right-hander. They're coming up to the S curves, going through the 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, and the thing is, every time I look at this, oh, and we have a hot spot around. It's not, no, that's Alfa Romeo, sorry, of Dawn War. The ghosting effect coming in perfectly timed, but Yama was able to make his way up 2 positions from 12th to 10th and making his way past Kivo. So playing the patient game there, the Ferrari driver.
Oh, Jamo definitely got jammy there, my man. Unfortunate for Dawn War, but jammy for Jamo. Takes P10 for now. But it's only provisional one because he's got Kevo, Villeneuve and co all sniffing all over the back of him.
Oh, and then Villeneuve makes their way past Kivo. So it looks like Kivo really got caught off guard by the ghosting and just lost all of their momentum. And now it's just struggling, trying to keep back up.
Oh, but hold the press, everybody. Hollywood is hunting down Lucifer. Lucifer's run wide. He's run wide. We have a change of the lead here in lap 3 as they're coming up to the casino triangle. Oh, that was unfortunate by Lucifer there. He ran ever so wide, but it was well held. It was well held.
But we might see a change in the podiums now with Panda Man Gaming about to go side by side. It's a drag race here.
They're not going to go side by side. They're not going to go side by side.
He got it for now. Oh, and the switchback from Monster.
He's got the switchback of dreams, baby. Switchback of dreams.
That is extraordinary from Monster there, making the monster move.
Oh, that was a monster move indeed.
Wow.
Wow.
Honestly, add another wow to that because we need it.
Wow. I was like, they're not going in side by side in these conditions. These guys have got nerves of steel, my man.
They got serious nerves of steel. They must be freezing inside of those Formula 1 cars as well. Everyone get their coats because it's getting cold in Japan.
Oh, but we've got Pavlovsky now. He's on the back of Panda Man Gaming. Let's see what's happening here.
Pavlovsky did give Panda Man Gaming a little bit of a nudge on that tight hairpin, but it looks like Panda Man
was a love tap. These guys are doing a naughty little dance with each other.
It's like a salsa dance over here, especially with how Panda Man and Monster was able to pull that switchback. It was like salsa dancing to go one way, go the other way now.
Round these neck of the woods, that's known as the Texas two-step, my man.
Oh, well, there you go for that. But let's see, we still have so many battles. I'm actually going to look at this real quick. From 1st to 18th is only separated by 20 seconds. That just shows how close these drivers are so far. Just putting on a good show and putting on an exceptional performance in Prospect eRacing.
Oh, it is exceptional indeed, especially in these conditions. The talents that are on show here tonight.
I honestly cannot wait. Oh, and it looks like Panda Man Gaming almost spun around on turn 1. It looks like Pavlovsky could be looking to take advantage of that, but looks like just staying behind. And then Craigie is going to be making their way up and could be potentially making it a 3-way battle for that 4th place position. Let's see how that actually brews up in the next coming of laps.
It is definitely looking that way. I feel like Pavlovsky's playing the patient game. He's not trying to push it. I feel like he's probably trying to apply the pressure to Panda Man. But he doesn't want to hold back too much because, as you said, Craigies is trying to get himself in the mix here tonight. Trying to climb up the grid here. I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to keep my eyes on all the action here. All the action. I mean, it looks like the voice of Chris. He's trying to get on the back of Natty here, but Natty seems to be clawing away a little bit. We've got Mason. Mason sent himself around here, guys. He sent himself around. It's a yellow flag in Sector 2, everybody.
And it could be a virtual safety car as there is debris on the track. Actually, no, he's going to keep on going, but Mason has lost. Their whole front wing is going to be making their way into the pit lane to get that a little bit of a change.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate there for Mason. My eyes have been drawn as I was flicking up the grid to Light Sasso, who's in hot pursuit of Tilmo. He's ran a little bit wide on the exit there. But he's all over the back of him, coming into the tight couple of chicane corners here.
Look at Jumbo! Oh, look at Jumbo and Ted Silva. Jumbo was actually getting the better traction on the final corner. Tried to make the move on the right side, but just nudged Ted Silva's rear right tire, so couldn't get the job done, but it's going to be eyeing down, and now that's going to be making it a four-way battle for the ninth place. Hollywood getting the first time penalty with a 3-second time penalty. We'll be having to serve that at the end of this Grand Prix.
He's definitely pushing the limits here tonight. I mean, he's nearly a second away from Lucifer. He's trying to run away with this in the early stage of the race. As we was talking there, the voice of Chris Good sealed the deal on that to claim 7th place for now. But I'm flicking back on with Jamo. He is in hot pursuit of De Silva. These boys are going to be been having a hell of a battle here in the early stages. It's definitely one to watch because Villeneuve's coming into the mix here. Kevo's not even that far off. Villeneuve's past Jamo.
That was an exceptional overtake. Yamo taking too much of a tight line coming out of the exit of that hairpin. And Villeneuve puts on the ERS, puts on the throttle, and makes their way up to the points positions of 10th place.
Oh, but this is definitely lining up to be a very spicy three-way battle for that one vital point in P10. Oh, De Silva's run very wide. Villeneuve nearly run it wide as well, but Jamo's caught right back up. He's having a little look on the inside. There's a little bit of contact there going through the casino triangle. Oh,
yeah, it was a very ambitious dive, I would say, but it looks like he keeps the position, but now Kevo could be trying to get a little bit of revenge from Yamo taking the overtake earlier. But Villeneuve battled out with Ted Silva into turn 1 and makes his way up to 9th place.
Oh, Villeneuve is a man on a mission tonight.
Exceptional racing all round, all over the field.
It's going off at the front, it's going off at the back, even in the middle, it's going off everywhere here tonight in this wet weather. These guys are not holding back.
This is exceptional racing. I cannot express it.
Well, Jamo is reeling De Silva in again. He is reeling him in. He really wants to take that pace from De Silva.
Yeah, and also look at Lucifer now. In the front, Lucifer is caught up a little bit with Hollywood. So now Lucifer could be trying to get a pole position, actually not pole position, but a first place change. But we'll have to wait and see how that develops in the next coming of laps.
I mean, there are a few gaps forming on track, but there's still battles happening all over the place. Baguette is coming onto the back of Spec Drive. She's run a little bit wide into the first apex here of the double apex spoon curve.
Well, let's wait and see. And the one thing about the wet weather is that there's no DRS enabled until with dry conditions, so it's going to be drag races all over the field here.
I'll keep my eyes firmly fixed on these guys at the back. Baguette's run a little bit wide. Dumore was in a hot pursuit of her then, and he's run a little bit wide. These guys are pushing the boundaries.
And they're just... to be honest with you, mate, I could not anticipate a race like this. They are making the impossible possible here in prospects, and honestly... I'm just privileged just to be in the comms box just to witness all of this.
Mate, I feel privileged every single evening I'm here. I feel like the luckiest man on earth that I get to see not only tier 1, tier 2, but tier 3 as well, because all of the guys all across the board are very talented.
Oh, we have Lucifer and Artistic.
Lucifer's right all over the back of Hollywood here. He's having a look either side. He's trying to lay up the manoeuvre here. They're going through the spoon curve. He's backed off a little bit. He doesn't want to push it too much. He wants to keep it light and breezy. Keep it on the track. He just wants to apply that pressure to Hollywood there. Make Hollywood make the mistake.
And that's the thing that you all got to do. It's just pressure the driver up ahead, put them in tricky situations where they get caught off guard, and then they'll be more prone to making a mistake. But it looks like Hollywood is still leading the way as we enter lap 9. 1/3 of the Grand Prix is now complete, and we have 2/3 yet to come.
And I don't want to say it, but like we haven't had any really serious incidents here yet tonight in these wet conditions. We've seen many things happen in the dry conditions, but we thought we might see a few things here in the wet. But these guys are keeping themselves in line. They're keeping the cars in check. They want to make it. The race isn't won in the first part of the race. It's not even won in the middle part of the race. Do you know what I mean? They want to make it the full distance.
Of course they are. And just the consistency of these drivers. Like, you already saw some in Tier 1, including myself, messing up in the dry conditions. And at this point, we've already had like around maybe 2 or 3 people already crash out.
Tilmo sent himself around there. I was just jumping on board with him as he's chasing down Don War. It's lucky he hasn't caught any damage. He just literally done a 360, whipped it back on track, and he's back underway.
Oh, and we might see Craigie now on the tail end of Pilowski, kind of in a McLaren sandwich at this point. Could be looking to try and get out of that, but let's see if Craigie can do it. And also now, Monster is entering the frame. It could be a 3-way battle for that first place position, and maybe we could see Panda Man Gaming entering the frame later on.
It's definitely looking like it's going to start to unravel. No, the guys, you're going to see who's been pushing it, who's been taking it easy to maintain that tyre wear for the mid part of the race before they're going to have to make their pits. If they're going to make pits, that is. I mean, they're definitely going to be brave to be thinking they're going to go the full race on this.
Oh, Craigie on Pilowski onto turn 1 side by side.
By side.
Craigie on the inside, and he's got it. He's now a whole car length ahead, and he gets the position.
What a move there! What a move there by Craigie.
Someone clipped that back at home.
Oh,
wow!
My God, he's got out of that McLaren sandwich. That was hairy for a minute. I've got tingles. I've got tingles going on, my man. Wow, that was so brave in these conditions.
And not just the conditions, but you gotta praise these drivers to know the awareness around them, and that's the key thing.
It takes two. It takes two for moves like that to happen. It's not just a one driver. It takes 2.
Oh, you know what I'm saying now? It looks like Lucifer is starting to fall behind Hollywood, and that could be giving Monster an opportunity to go up to second.
I've just had a message come in from Matty. He's currently not in the lobby. We have tried to get you in, but the session has been closed to invites apparently. I've tried.
Villeneuve is actually out of this race.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
If you go on board with Tilmo, potentially we'll be able to see the damage. Looks like got a lot of oversteer around the long right-hander after the hairpin, and just gone straight into the wall. As you can see on the left side of the screen, there is that Mercedes T-boned into the wall. That's going to be some major damage.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Hopefully he's alright. Hopefully he makes it home.
Yep, but the marshals always do a good job here, so they will be in the ambulance if needed. Probably a mild concussion, but we will most likely see them next week.
So it looks like Kevo's coming up to the back of Natty here.
Yeah, that's Natty's. I'm going to try and see if I can get them in.
Oh, yeah, try and get him in. Try and get him in, my man. I tried to get him in, but it said the session was closed for me.
Yeah, an error has occurred. I'm not able to do it.
Yeah, that's the same message I got, my man. We are trying, Natty. Don't worry. We've got messages coming up on the message board. We're trying. And Monster's got a hell of a launch here coming up to the spoon curve. He's in hot pursuit of Lucifer here. I mean, It's got to be getting trickier out there. The rain isn't easing up. Look at the shine we're getting back off that track. It's got to be greasy as hell out there, my man.
Oh, honestly, the amount of puddles that you're going to see on that track, I'm just surprised.
There's a little bit of standing water starting to appear as well, so I don't know whether it calls for the full wets, or are they gonna risk it and stay out on the inters for a bit?
I think the only time that they would go in is once Jeff makes that call, but Lucifer Shahid gets the fastest lap so far with a 141.229. Could be eyeing down Hollywood now, given that fastest lap as a little bit of inspiration to keep on pushing, keep on getting the pace, and just trying to get stay within that 3-second time penalty of Hollywood.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we're only just clawing our way up to the midpoint of the race here. We're rocking into lap 12 of 27. I've jumped on board with SpecDrive DMB, who is in P13, who is in hot pursuit of the Aston Martin of Light Sesso.
Yeah, it's getting very close, and actually with me saying that Craig was before in a McLaren sandwich, looks like we have another sandwich in an AlphaTauri, but it's actually a literal sandwich because they're all in close proximity. So it's going to be very close to see who's going to be coming out on top. So far, Ted Silva leading the way of that battle for 11th place.
Oh, for sure. But Jamo's caught. He's just done the move on that. His car there, but he's in hot pursuit of Kevo. Kevo seems to have run a little bit wide there. But Kevo is running for his life right now. He is gone. He is gone.
Yeah, so even though they got a wide line there, they technically did get a better traction through that corner because they're able to go into throttle a lot earlier than the drivers behind. So he was able to reach those top speeds way before.
I definitely looked to favour him there, that line.
It's getting very, very close, and I think potentially, but it's only working in certain situations. I think if you have that gap, you can definitely risk it, but we have to wait and see. But look at this, Spectrum now right on the tail end of the Aston Martin Light Sesso. Let's see if they can do it, but also Jamo is making their way into the pit lane. Could be a one-stop strategy here.
Oh, I mean, it's
Spectrum.
Is he going to get the jump there? But, oh, go on, he's going down the inside. He looks like he's made that stick. He's made that stick into turn 1.
And a beautiful racing line through turn 1 and makes their way up to 11. So now can help their teammate of Ted Silva just ahead by increasing that gap. And we have a caution in sector 2. It looks like that is going to be artistic genius, not having a race that they want to remember here at Suzuka Circuit.
That is unfortunate. I know he's not going to be happy with himself. He hasn't got off to a great start of the season here at the Prospects, but he is a talented man. He wouldn't be here if he wasn't. Do you know what I mean? It's so unfortunate to see that. But Baguette is all over the back of Sesso right now. Let's see what she's going to do. We're going to be having a three-way battle here for 11th, 12th and 13th by the looks of it.
Yeah, so it's getting very close, a four-way battle for that 10th place.
Oh, it is.
Silva is just trying to run away, but they just can't.
They're just reeling him back in.
Yep, and now the first one of the top 5 to make their way into the pit lane, Panda Man Gaming. This is actually could be where we test out to see if the undercut is strong in these type of conditions.
Well, there's only one way to find out, my man. There's only one way to find out.
Yep, and is that what we do best? Observe and give our opinions on it.
Oh, yeah. So,
well, let's see. Oh, Spectrum as well making it into the pit lane. So
this is interesting. These guys are trying to get the jump on the rest of the pack. It's got to pay off. I mean, it's tricky enough to pull off, let alone in these wet conditions. Let alone at Suzuka.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter if it's dry or wet or there's a tsunami, because it doesn't matter. This track will still take prisoners. Oh, Baguette
sent herself off track. She's managed to catch it. Doesn't look like she's caught any damage. She's whipping that bad boy around. She's back on track and she's underway.
Yeah, so she has done an exceptional job to keep that car safe, not
But
taking her out.
while we was taking a look at the guys that was taking their pit stops, like Sesso seems to have sealed the deal onto Silver and claimed 10th position for now. But Panda Man Gaming's coming up on Natty as well. It's going to be close between all these guys. Like, so like now you see that there's a couple of them that's pitted. Is it going to be status quo for the rest of the pack?
I'm not too sure, because the thing is, even with the wet tires, every single tire takes a few laps to warm up a little bit. But
how hot can the tires get in these wet conditions? The wet is not holding off, man. The puddles are getting bigger. They are getting bigger.
Yeah, they usually go probably up to around 60 degrees Celsius in optimal temperatures, and in dry optimal, which is 80, is actually a little bit overheated for the wet tires. Oh, actually, as we see, Ted Silva tried to overtake Light Sesso into the final corner. Actually, Light Sesso was on the right rear of Ted Silva, and they were drifting into the pit lane, so they forced themselves to get into the pit lane and make a quick pit stop.
Oh, that's a cheeky maneuver. Cheeky maneuver. These guys try anything, my man, and that's what we're here for. This is a competitive sport, man. This is motor racing, but this isn't just any motor racing. This is the best kind of motor racing. This is F1, my man. Can't get no better than this. Can't get no better than this. Like, my eyes have been caught to Panda Man Gaming, who's out on the fresh softs. He's in the mix with Kevo at the minute, trying to make those fresh tyres, trying to take advantage of the fresh tyres here.
Oh no, I do gotta say something. Is it just me, or is it starting to get a little bit brighter here at Japan?
It's getting a bit brighter, but the rain seems at the same sort of consistency, maybe a little bit heavier. It's still very slick out there.
Yeah, but let's see. The rear lights of Kevo is blinking, and that could be giving Panda an opportunity to potentially make an overtake into turn 1, as we do have a spin around of Ted Silva at the hairpin.
Kevo got very loosey-goosey on the entrance there. He's going in the pits, so that's Panda Man up another position. It's up another position. He was having a look down the outside through 150R. He caught the grass a little bit, but he held it well. He's just mowing that lawn. I think he just seen a weed that he needed to clip on the way around that was annoying him.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's actually helped Kevo out a little bit, because he was able to take away a 10th or 2 from Panda Man from actually not giving them slipstream. So that could actually be a bigger play here.
It could be a bigger play. I'll jump back on board with Mornstar, who's slowly reeling in Lucifer. I mean, this battle at the top is definitely spicing up. And it's gonna be asking questions in a minute of when are they gonna pit. We're on lap 16 of 27. They're still yet to pit, and all the way down to P5, no one's pitted yet. So this could play in favour of Panda Man Gaming, who has made his pit stop.
But we will have to wait and see. It looks like the gap currently between Panda Man Gaming and Hollywood is around 27.7 seconds. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that to see if that shrinks or increases by the time goes.
Oh, please do, buddy, please do, because that is a very, very spicy bit of information. That's going to be something to watch, because he's going to have to get a wiggle on to bring that down, because I don't know if that's going to be enough to even make the jump.
Oh, actually, we can actually test it right now. Lucifer has just made their way into the pits, and Panda already made their pit stop. Same with Craigie into the pit lane. Let's see if Panda can get past Lucifer.
He's just coming through the casino triangle right now.
Let's see, he's gonna be close.
Is he gonna make this work? Definitely got Craigie's.
And he's got past Lucifer!
He's got past Lucifer! Only just! Only just! It worked! So, now, if the top guys are listening to us, they gotta be thinking, they gotta be thinking, it's a bit squeaky bum time for them. They're gonna be like, oh, when do I do this? When do I do this?
or should they take the risk? Because the thing is, do you think it could be too late for them to make a pit stop at this point?
We've got 10 laps of racing. We've got 10 laps of racing. We've got his yellow flag in sector 3. It looks like, I don't know why we had a yellow flag.
It's artistic again. Artistic just not. No, that's not artistic. That's actually Paige.
Paige is going into the pits. She might have had a little wiggle on the way in.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it. The gap between Panda Man and Hollywood is shrinking. Was around 20. Yeah, there's an R in 20. 27.7, and now is coming down to between 27.4 and 27.3. So it's a little increase in speed, but I don't think it's going to be enough to start challenging.
I don't know. He's cutting it down at a rate of knots. So
Polowski's now going into the pits.
So now we're starting to see the front runners going in. I mean, Hollywood and Monster, they're definitely playing a really risky game, staying out.
They are, but high risk, high reward is what a lot of people say. So let's see if it pays off for them here today. And the only thing is, I'm just questioning because Panaman just recently got a 3-second time penalty. That could be biting him in the rear end at the end of this.
It could well be. Let's have a little look at the penalties that they've acquired so far. So we've got a Hollywood player on 6 seconds. You've got Pandaman Gaming 3 seconds. Craigie's on 3 seconds. Spec Drive, Light Sesso's also on 3 seconds. And Mason's also on 3 seconds.
So a lot of 3 seconds around the board, and we only had 3 drivers that did not make a pit stop in the names of Hollywood, Monster, and Domwar. Of course, Domwar would have been up there in the top 3, but if you do remember, spun around near the beginning of this race. So
yes, he did. That was an unfortunate incident there for him, but he's held his nerve. He's got himself back up in the mix.
Evo is now spun.
But the voice of Chris, he's been sniffing all over the back of Dunmore for a bit. He's trying to get a move done.
Well, at this point, it looks like Dunmore is really defending like a lion.
Like a lion.
If they can stay in 7th place, but those tires got to be screaming out at this point.
Oh, they got to be gasping for air, ain't they? They got to be gasping. Like Craigie's is trying to reel in Polowski now. They're both on the fresh inters, so this could be a spicy one, but it's like Polowski's trying to run away from him, but he's not having it. He's reeling him in. He's like, come here, Polowski. You're mine, buddy. You're mine.
Yeah, just pulling up a scorpion at this point. He's like, get over here.
Get over here. Yes. The voice of Chris is all over the back. He's sniffing back and Dunmore as well as they're coming down the start-finish straight.
Yeah, and it's getting very close, but I'm looking at it now. Panda Man is now 26.2 seconds behind Hollywood. So far has decreased the gap by a whole second. But it's going to be close because I'm not too sure. Panda Man is currently 19 seconds behind Monster. And with only around 8, maybe 9 laps left here at Japan, I don't think it's going to be enough. So I think Monster and Hollywood are actually going to stick to the plan and stay with the no-stop strategy.
Yeah, that's the way it looks like they're playing it tonight. I mean, Handebag could be holding back a little bit. He might try to be saving that tyre wear for the last sprint of the race, maybe the last 7 laps.
Could be begging in a fastest lap.
Oh, he could be.
The thing is, it's going to be close. But Monster, if you do look at it, Monster is only technically 4/10 behind Hollywood. So Monster just needs to go a little bit quicker, get within those 6 seconds, and that first place will be his.
That's definitely something to keep an eye on. I mean, he's catching him. As we're speaking, the delta is dropping.
It's getting super, super close, but let's see. Looks like there's nothing else really. The still voice of Chris is on the tail end of Dunmore, and also Craigie on Polowski. Let's see if Polowski can defend against Craigie. Craigie has saved up a lot of ERS. He's going to be using it now with the slipstream.
Craigie's got a hell of a launch there. The slipstream's pulling him in. He's having a look down the inside. He's having a look.
And he's got it.
He's got it.
He's
He's
got
got
the
it.
position.
Oh, Polowski's having it off. I thought Polowski was coming back there. I thought he got a little switchback. Was going to hold the outside line, but he's
You
backed
know,
off for
that's
now.
twice. That's twice Craigie has done that today. Exceptional stuff from Craigie.
That
Doing
is.
it again. Oh, and Mason is gone. Crashed out on the exit of the hairpin. Is that going to be a safety car?
Ooh.
I think that could be close to a safety car there because it's right on the exit of that hairpin. But it looks like
Safety car, safety car, safety car. The first safety car. The first full safety car of this race. We're in at the end of lap 18 of 27. Whoo! I mean, if you was Hollywood and Monster, would you take the pit now? Would you take the pit now?
Yes. Because you have a free pit stop at this point.
And like by the time these guys get underway with racing, we're gonna have a sprint finish. It's probably gonna be about around 6 laps of racing left here at Suzuka.
Yeah, it's gonna be very, very close. But of course, Hollywood will be leading the safety car, and will be leading the restart as well.
Oh, but Panda Man's gone in as well. Panda Man's gone in as well.
Really?
Now that's interesting.
I don't think that's the right call there. Panda should have stayed out. He had practically new tires, and they're going to be losing so much positions. As you can see, Craigie going to be making the finishing straight pass. Same with Polowski, and potentially Voice of Chris.
Oh, I'm Voice of Chris.
Well, actually, no, not Voice of Chris. Just a little too late to that.
So that could have been a bad call there by Panda Man, but this man obviously knows what he's doing. He's had a tremendous race here tonight. So, I mean, me personally, I would have stayed out. But if I was making good decisions like that, my man, I wouldn't be sat up here in the commentary box with you.
Yeah, that is fair, to be honest with you. But the only thing is, this has actually ruined Hollywood's chance of winning this race because of the time penalty. It's currently on 6 seconds, and now Monster has gotten within those 6 seconds because of the safety car. Do you think Hollywood can get past that 6-second mark within only like around 5 laps?
I don't know. It's going to be tricky in these slippy conditions. He's definitely going to he needs to get a big wiggle on here. I mean, going back to the moves that Craigie was pulling into turn 1, I mean, like with all the incidents that we've seen here at Suzuka, a lot of them happen into turn 1. It's a very dangerous corner. You've got to have nerves of steel to be pulling moves like that off.
I mean, he's in the Red Bull here today, so really pulling a Max Verstappen in the wet weather. So, probably has that little bit of extra confidence. We'll have to see as Kivo gets a 3-second time penalty as well during the safety car period. And the safety car is going to be staying out for another lap. And we could be looking at the beginning of lap 23, so around 5 laps could be left here at Suzuka.
Oh, well, I'm going to take this opportunity to take a quick toilet break, my man. I'm gonna hand you the reins and I'll be back in a minute.
No worries. So it looks like the wet weather really got to him, didn't it? But Hollywood still leading the way. Could be looking for a race win. But this safety car is definitely going to be giving him a challenge. So far, the racing line, the racing grid, is Hollywood in the lead with a 6-second time penalty. With Monster in second with no penalties, with Lucifer Shahid in third, Craigie in fourth, Pilofsky in fifth, Pandaman Gaming in sixth, Voice of Chris in seventh, Jamo in eighth, Spectre in ninth, Natty AI in 10th. We do apologize, Natty. We have tried to get you back in this, but the game just won't let us. When it does that host mic rating, it doesn't allow anyone to send invites at all. Domwar in 11th, Kivo in 12th, Light Sesso in 13th, Paige Baguette, RL Baguette in 14th, Ted Silva in 15th, Tomo in 16th, and Artist lines up the rear in 17th. So far, Mason, Villeneuve, and Gasmore Pam have all DNF'd from the Suzuka Circuit Japanese Grand Prix here for Tier 3 at Prospects eRacing League.
I'm back. What did I miss?
You didn't really miss anything. I was just going around to say the time penalties and the where everyone is on the grid. Oh, and Kivo gets a 5-second time penalty for having a severe collision with Dalmar during the safety car period. And that's actually upped his time penalties to 8 seconds.
Ooh.
Kivo needs to give Dalmar the respect of the track as he gets another 5 seconds.
Oh, it's racked up to 18 seconds for Kevo now. He's racking up the pens right now. Oh, that's unfortunate for Kevo.
He needs to give the drivers on the track the respect and space off the track during the safety car period. And there's going to be another lap of safety car as we are waiting for Tilmo and Artistic Genius to catch up with the pack. And that was going to be 4 laps.
I mean, are we going to have that much racing left? Because I remember when I left to go do a little splash and dash. Artistic was around 2 minutes. He's not really catching the pack.
No, they're really not. They are pretty much a lap down to almost, I believe, everyone, but just not having a good start to the season of Tier 3. But as anything goes in racing, is not how you start, is how you finish. And it looks like we are going to finish on a banger here at Prospects eRacing with a late safety car call. Changes the pit strategies, and everyone has a chance now once again.
I don't know about you, but I always love a good sprint finish right at the end. It definitely makes it extra spicy. The guys literally go all out. It definitely makes an exciting watch here.
But it makes you question, do you think it could be a late call? Like, Michael, no, it's not right. Michael, it's not right.
But you know...
Oh, Michael.
No,
it's not right.
No, it's not right. Yes, it is right, my man.
In motor racing.
in my world, in the Floss world, it's definitely right, buddy.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. But, only a few more laps to go, and where will we see ourselves next week as we're nearing the end of this Grand Prix?
Oh, now that is interesting. Let me check my calendar, buddy.
Yeah, because I need to figure this out as well for F2.
Let's not talk about F2, buddy. Let's not talk about F2. But
come on now. What's the matter?
I come to the conclusion that I've got no business being on the track with you guys in F2. But someone's got to represent from the commentary box.
That's fair. Well, actually, that's where I'm at in the F2 commentary. But Hollywood, the safety car is now in the pit lane, and Hollywood is holding off the pack, making it very compact.
Oh, he's dropped the hammer. He's dropped the hammer. He's dropped it. The race is agreed. The race is agreed. He held that slide and he's running. He's already a second up on Monster. He's running for his life. What a restart by Hollywood play.
Oh, and look at Panda Man and Pulowski going side by side into turn 1. Panda Man on the outside, and Pulowski holds on to 5th place. We also have Spectrum and Yamo going side by side on the exit of turn 1, and Spectrum gets the position on the exit. Oh, and Yamo has front wing damage. He has a lost right end plate to the front wing.
Oh, he might have caught a bit of damage going through the first corner there. That is definitely not good for Jamo.
That is not going to be good whatsoever.
He's got Don War sniffing all over the back of him right now.
It's sniffing all of that nice fuel from the Formula 1 cars. And we have a crash out from Artistic Genius.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate for Artistic. I feel for him here tonight. I really do.
We all want him to do well. And there's another safety car.
Oh, safety car!
Whoa,
Lap 24-27.
Michael,
what?
It's not right. It's
that
not
is,
right, Michael.
That is not right, Michael. Michael, no. No. That is not right. Oh my God. What an end to the race we're being treated to up in the commentary box. I know it's frustrating for the guys down on track, but now we're gonna see the guys push for their lives.
And the thing is, we all want to see Artistic do well.
We do.
We all want him to do well.
I do commentary with Artistic. I've got a lot of love for that man. He's such a very nice man. The Fluff has got a little crush on the man, Artistic, and it's unfortunate that he hasn't got off to a great start here in Tier 3. This is Season 5, this is Round 4, so it's still early doors, he can still pull it back.
We're heartbroken.
I am, I literally am. I feel a little tear forming in the corner of my eye.
Yeah, but the thing is, this could be the last time we see the safety car here, because at the end of this lap, it's going to be lap 26, and there's going to be like 2 laps, and that's it.
That's it. I mean, Hollywood has to lay down that kind of level of restart. I mean, he brought the noise on that restart. He sold the pump fake and he ran with it. He's got to bring that again, because otherwise, it's monsters. It's monsters to win.
Yeah, and actually, we found a revolution. Natty has finally joined the lobby.
Yay!
Finally made their way back.
Welcome back, Natty. Welcome back.
We missed you, Natty. Welcome back. And you're still in the points, so it looks like it's done pretty well. But it's still unfortunate to see.
His AI is talented. Oh, I've seen a little bit of debris on the track. There might have been a little bit of contact between Dom War and Spec Drive DMB. There was. Dom War's collected a penalty for that collision under the safety car here.
Oh, this is gonna be close. But with this, actually the intervals are glitched out on my end. But with this safety car though, and it's going to be around probably either 1 lap or 2 laps left, that's going to give Polowski a chance to get into the podium without having any penalty points.
Yeah.
Penalty seconds, I meant to say.
He's just got to hold his nerve, just like Monster. He's just got to hold his nerve, and then this is theirs. Oh, we've been given that golden message from the FIA. The race is agreed. So I'm jumping back on board with Monster as Hollywood's going to get this race underway.
Oh wow, going side to side, and it looks like
if you notice, the rain has stopped. The rain has stopped.
Oh wow. But Hollywood will be leading the way.
When's he gonna drop it? When's he gonna drop it? Where's he gonna drop it? Oh! No! Oh! No! But Lucifer down the inside of Monster!
Monster! Oh my god!
Oh my god, no, Craigie's is trying to pull the move he's been pulling all day. He nearly pulled it.
It's all over the field, ladies and gentlemen. Natty gets past.
God, what a restart. That was so unfortunate for Hollywood. He led the whole way. He obviously dropped that hammer way too hard, but he's still in the race. He's still in the race.
Oh, and he's side by side with Pandaman Gaming and gets up to 5th place. He is on fire today.
He is on a march.
Going to 4th now.
Oh!
And Liso is now gone. Wait, no, Light Tesso is now gone, not Liso.
Oh my god, that was... He was having a look round the outside of Voice of Chris going through Dagnavan. What a brave man. He's made contact! He's made contact! He is out the race! He is out the race! He was having a look down the inside. He made a lunge on that Red Bull. Slight contact, sent him sliding, and now he is out of the race. He has got to be furious. He has got to be furious.
Craig's side pod damage. Look at the amount of damage Craig has gotten on that side pod. Struggling to take this left-hand turn.
But he's got around the outside. They're wheel to wheel. They're wheel to wheel. They're going into 130. They're going into 150. Oh, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? Oh, he thought he was going to go really wide there. He's held it, but Panda Man's on the march. Now the question is, okay, if you look at the top 2, Lucifer's got 3 seconds worth of penalties. He's nearly 2 seconds up from that restarted lap. What a restarted lap that was. Has he got the beans level left in the tyres to get to the 3 seconds to maintain that W here tonight?
Yeah, but the thing is, with the dry conditions, it's going to be super like those inters are gonna be struggling now.
Pulowski's having a look on the outside of Craigie's through 4, 5 and 6. The S curve's here. As they're going into the Dunlop curve, he's holding it very nice. They're to and fro in these two.
Yep. Oh, and look at Spectre trying to make their way through, starting in last place. Is now seeing himself in 7th.
Chris had to look down the inside of Craigie's.
Craigie!
He got very loosey-goosey on the exit deck there. Woo! This is a spicy final lap here. Very, very spicy.
Oh, and Panaman gets a little bit slightly goosey as well.
Oh, Jamo's DNF'd here. The Jam is definitely out of his donut now.
Yeah, but look at this now. Look how close Lucifer and Monster are. 2.3 seconds, close to 2.4. And I think Monster might have it, but it's only 3 turns left here. Lucifer needs to do all that he can.
Drives out as well.
ERS.
These guys are pushing it as hard as they can. It's do or die as they're coming up to the final turns of the last lap here at Suzuka. So let's watch Lucifer come across the line. Unfortunately, due to the penalties, he didn't make it enough of a gap between him and Mornstar. He gave it a valiant effort. So that's Mornstar as the race winner here tonight at Suzuka. This is round 4.
What a way! What a way to make a return as Nanny finds themselves in 4th place while coming back at the final minutes of the race.
Well done, Matty. Well done. And I mean, at the point that he come back in, the incidents that happened, he's done well to climb his way up to the 4th position.
Wow.
So
we feel there's a lot of wow. I'm gonna have to watch that back at the end of this.
Oh, me too. I will be watching it when I'm tucked up in bed. So this looks like the race has been wrapped up. We've got Mornstar in P1. We got our race winner, and what a race he's had today. We got Lucifer in P2. Pandaman Gaming in P3, that's our podium. I mean, these guys have pulled off one hell of a race.
Yeah, but if you were able to choose, who would you give commentator's driver of the day?
See, I would... It's tight between Craigie's and Lucifer for me. Lucifer for that effort on the final lap to not only... it was unfortunate for Hollywood, but to get the jump on Monster and very nearly make that 3-second gap. But Craigie's was pulling moves left, right, and centre tonight. So I'm gonna be giving the Fluffs driver of the day to Craigie.
I have to agree with you there. Craig has done an exceptional job fighting all over the field. Didn't get the result that they wanted here today, but did an exceptional drive here at Suzuka. And Craigie is gonna be Justin's driver of the day. So it actually makes Craigie the official commentator's driver of the day. What a race!
What a race indeed. Let's give it a run through. So we've got Monster taking the W here tonight. We got Lucifer in P2. We got Pandaman Gaming in P3. We got Natty in P4. To Silver in P5. Pulowski in P6. The voice of Chris in P7. Tilmo in P8. Craigie's in P9. And Baguette in P10. Those are the points winners here tonight at round 4. Japan at the PRL Prospects eRacing League. Sorry guys, I got a little bit tongue twisted there. I got really excited. That was an exciting finish, wasn't it, my man?
It was an exceptional race, but also Pandaman Gaming gets the fastest lap of the race. We'll be bagging in the extra point. So an exceptional drive to everyone all around. Everyone should be happy no matter where they finished, because with Suzuka in the inters/wet weather, it is a very, very difficult situation to be in. And what an ending. Someone's going to have to clip that and put that into highlights. That could be a highlight of the year. But
I definitely expect to see that one in the highlight of the year at the end of the season.
Wow, man.
But I'm going to wrap this up here. What an epic end to that race. I mean, I'm excited for next week. Are you going to be joining me next week, my man?
That's only if you guys need me, because with me, I'm still doing the trialing with F2, doing their commentary. But if you guys have a spot open last minute, let me know. I would always be excited to jump on this, because honestly, where else would be better?
Hey, my man, it's been a privilege to be in the commentary box with you tonight. I've been the Fluff, and I'm going to sign off and say goodnight.
And I'm Justin. Everyone stay safe and lots of love.
E E E.